Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fahrenheit TV. Black women have achieved more than our ancestors could ever imagine. We're college-educated intellects, we're entrepreneurs, we hold different titles and different roles in bigger offices, and we even hold presidency across our African nations. We are dreaming big and doing things with black girl magic. But although we're soaring high, there's still a lot of issues that are affecting our community. Black women have higher rates of HIV compared to women of other races. Black Lives Matter campaign has also showed us that police brutality is not only affecting our brothers, but our sisters as well. And topics such as mental health and abuse are still taboo in our community. There's a lot for us to work on, but through dialogue, we can help put an end to those stigmas and work on creating stronger societies. Join us for this powerful panel discussion tonight as we celebrate women's history with Boston queens who are educating, advocating, and leading our communities. Stay tuned. Fahrenheit TV. Fahrenheit TV presents Room for Rhetoric, an hour of conversation. This evening's topic, Building Our Sisterhood, featuring Sharon Hinton, Irvienne Goldson, Myia X, and a special performance by Shea Rose. We're celebrating Women's History Month in a big way. Join us for our roundtable discussion. Only on Fahrenheit TV. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of Fahrenheit TV. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday evening so far. I'm feeling so powerful because I'm sitting next to role models, intellects who are doing so much for our community, and they took the time to be here on our show tonight. Joining us tonight for our powerful panel discussion and celebration of women's history is Myia X, who is the founder of Global Sisters Media, an artist and advocate, as well as Politicking with the Sisters. Thank you, Myia. We also have Sharon Hinton, who is also a lecturer, professor, a BNN producer as well, and founder of Black Teachers Matter. We also have Irvienne Goldson, who is Deputy Director at ABCD Health Services and an HIV and AIDS health educator. And we also have Shea Rose, who's a musician, artist, poet, warrior. She does it all. She's an ultimate artist. So thank you ladies so much for taking the time to join us for this powerful panel discussion. I'm so excited to have you all. So since it's, Friday, I kind of want to take it to a flashback Friday moment and take us back to about a month ago. Beyonce graced the Super Bowl stage with her powerful performance of Formation. And the marketing genius, of course, dropped the track a day before, which is a big surprise to us. And she performed it. I mean, it was very great. It was with Bruno Mars and Coldplay, but the references were like to the Black Panthers. There was Malcolm X. There was Michael Jackson, my favorite. I mean, this was an amazing, amazing performance. And me being a big Beyonce fan, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, B-Nation. Oh my gosh, the Beehive is going nuts. But
they did.
They did go nuts. We went extremely nuts. But the backlash that she received was so surprising to me. Like, I mean, there was even an anti-Beyonce rally. There was even policemen. Yeah, 2 people showed up and ended up being for Beyonce and listened to our voices. And I just wanted to get your opinions on that. What did you guys think of the performance and the backlash she received for it? Well, we start off with you, Shay.
We were talking about this a little bit before the show started, so I want to frame it in the sisterhood. I think she's an incredible woman. She's a mom, she's a wife, she's a businesswoman, she's mastered her art skillfully, she's self-actualized in her art to some points. But for me, the music video, the song, the messaging, the lyrics contained together was very confusing.
Yeah, I could see it being like that. Yeah, definitely.
There was a disconnect, and as you said, the timing was perfect. This is the music business. She's an ultimate mogul in the music business. So I appreciate what she was trying to do, but I think the entertainment value, the songwriting, and the last lyric, I actually had to write it down and bring it here. You you that bitch when you cause all this conversation, always stay gracious because revenge is your paper. I mean, all of that is just, to me, it's not the solution to what the statement that she was trying to make.
That's all. Yeah. How about you? What do you guys think of that? Sharon.
Well, I'm a Superbowl fan, and it was a distraction. But I just want to say I didn't like football. I have issues with people capitalizing on something that's very serious. The 50th anniversary of the birth of the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense. And then, yes, there is a picture that people try to compare it to that actually had sisters, real sisters with the berets that had shorts on, but they were not sexualized. I mean, to me, they were very feminine. They're very powerful. I mean, if you have the Michael Jackson thing with Beyonce with the blonde wig and all the other sisters in the afros. So you have this light-skinned sister that's in front with the blonde wig. I mean, it's like, what? And she's leading the formation. It's like, come on, And so I heard some of the comments, I think it was Bill O'Reilly, was like, oh, this is a terrorist group and it's a hate group.
People had the audacity to compare them to the KKK, the Black Panthers Movement with the K. And a lot of people don't know their history, which is sad. But
that was garbage.
Yeah.
But and so the thing that gets washed over is that all in the background was this whole, LGBTQ thing with the rainbow and Coldplay, who.
So you felt like there was too many messages going on, do you feel like? Or there were...
No, I think that her message was confusing and that while it was a world stage and she could actually bring that to the forefront, it wasn't really as powerful. It was too over-sexualized for it to be as, the sisters, I mean, I'm from that era.
Yeah.
And so the sisters were like 65% of the original Black Panther Party of Self-Defense. I mean, well, the original
No, that's true.
was actually in Alabama. So, and that was started with, Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture. So, that whole Black Power thing. And then the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense in the Bay Area was about self-defense. And so even though 65% of the party was female, these were sisters who were packing, they were strapped.
Yeah.
It wasn't about, your sexuality was your weapon. And so that's the part that I didn't like, because it trivialized the sisters and the contribution that women had and still have to the movement, and Black women in particular. It was about, this is who I am, I'm natural.
Yeah, celebrating the afros
fierce.
and everything,
I mean, or bald or braids or whatever, but it was very Afrocentric, and it wasn't about, the light-skinned sister with the blonde wig throwing it around with the hips and everything.
Do you feel like that was just like she did that for fashion and just to bring it up? What do you guys?
She got paid.
Yeah.
She got paid, and we talked about before this show that there was nothing that she did that wasn't already sanctioned by the powers that be. And so that's what the conflicting message is too. You got the pseudo-revolutionary act that was glamorizing something. I mean, the Panthers were killed. They were stalked and they were killed. They were murdered.
They definitely were. Yep.
I mean, Fred Hampton was murdered in the bed, drugged, and murdered in the bed next to his pregnant wife. So, I mean, how is that? How do you? I have a problem with that.
So,
I have a little bit of you're damned if you do and you're damned if you
don't. Yeah.
Particularly when it comes to Black women.
Yeah,
and I think that we all have the right, and I hope try to make some type of stands from the position we are in. And we're all in different positions.
Right.
I actually didn't see it. I don't watch TV.
Yeah.
But I was privileged to hear, all of the conversation and all of that. And I think, she's in a place that if she does something, it's not going to be
either way she's going to
received.
get
If she
it.
doesn't do something, it wasn't enough. And I mean, she is an entertainer, and there's parts of that value. So she gives that message and all of that, but she's not going to forget the entertainment part of it.
Exactly.
Within that. But I think it brought the conversation to a level that we are talking about.
Which is good, right? It was, she wanted
so
us
some
to
of
talk.
that is there as well.
Well, to Sharon's point, what is the sisterhood? One of the things I think about that doesn't happen in entertainment amongst women is bringing up other young women. So Jay-Z, he puts his boys on. Eminem puts his boys on, So besides dancers shaking their booties next to Beyonce of
Yeah.
all shades and colors, because she does diversify her
Diversify her.
dancers.
Yeah, she does.
What about young women who have a different message, or the way they sing is different, or their voice and the context about which they talk about things are different?
Yeah.
I would love to see her use it for that. And I understand she's damned if she does or she
yeah.
doesn't, but I do think that it's very disconnected what she presents always. Please
also-
don't sting me, Beehive.
It's
not on Twitter.
I also think that it's also part of the, jumping onto that, Harry Belafonte really ripped
Oh.
her and Jay-Z, and it was like, you all are not conscious, you all are playing around, you're not really taking care of business, look at all the good that you could do with all this money. And then people pointed out, well, they bailed out the people in Ferguson, they were
yeah.
bailing out people in Baltimore, and they were trying to do it undercover. I don't know.
So do you think with this performance, I want to get a little bit of what you think, Myia, like this performance, maybe she was trying to, do a little bit more since she's been getting a lot of backlash that, you're not doing enough for our community. What do you think of that? Like, do you think that she's trying to put that message out, that she's trying to be more socially conscious, or?
I agree with how Sister Shea opened the conversation around sisterhood and acknowledging the gifts and the talents that not only Beyonce has, but even the other four members of her group that catapulted her to where she is. But I think, again, as somebody that's in the movement and hearing Sister Sharon speak about the Black Panther parties, and to know that today there are countless members that are still behind the wall.
Walls, yeah, behind the bars, yep.
And so if you're really about putting the message out there, and I know that she probably can't do that in terms of what her position is. And then also to piggyback on what Irvienne said, from like wherever we are and whatever our contribution is, we should try to do something. And so understanding that she's an entertainer, and so the bulk of the work is going to be on those of us who understand that history. And so now when you hear young people, whether it's on their social media platform or out on the streets, and they're talking about Black Panther, because they saw it there with Beyonce.
Yeah, so she
now
got a
it's
little
kind
bit
of
of
like, ooh,